Hello everyone. Yep, it's me, Connie. How are you doing? All right, so here's my staple. Oh goodness, let's say hello to Ellie so I can put her down. Okay, Ellie. Say hello, everybody. Say hello. Say hello. She's such a mess. She hears me talking, so she has to be right up in the middle of it. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them. Okay? All right, now, go lay in your bed. Go lay in your bed. Good girl. Okay, y'all, here we go. Whoa. All right, so look, I prepped. Aren't you proud of me? I did. I prepped. I'm so proud. It's a proud moment for me. Okay, so I was gonna use some washi, but look, I keep a lot of washi in this little basket, and I have one of those little drawers that's about this wide and, you know, pretty deep. And you know, the white plastic, they don't really make this anymore, this size, but I've had it forever. Well, it's under my desk, and I have this sitting on top of it, and when I need some washi, I just grab this and go through and see what I want. Well, this fell off, and the washi is all under my desk, and I haven't been able to get down there to pick it up yet. If you only knew, it's hard for me to get down on the floor, but it's even harder for me to get up off the floor. So there's that. Okay, here's my staples, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna take a sip of this. And I'm just gonna throw this stuff together, so there's that. And just say hello, everybody. So y'all remember this piece from when I did all of this stuff? If you remember, I didn't end up using this. I did it this way. And then let me show you what else. So this was the last video for these pockets. And then I made this belly band, and I put hard cardstock underneath there so it'd be nice and firm. And so I will just glue the top and the bottom and put it on a page, and it'll be a belly band. Isn't that pretty? I just added a butterfly and this Be Strong and Courageous, and this and this. So there's the belly band. So I did that. I put these 4 pages together, and I'm going to put this on a page, but I can't do it yet because I do everything as it's on the page. So this will be ready, and I have this Rise Up and Pray to go with that. So that's ready to go. So I had this, and I just inked up around the edges of it, and I'm going to put it on here like that. It's not going to be a tuck or any, excuse me, it's not going to be a tuck or anything because this is a tuck right here. Okay, and then we have the pocket, and then this will be a big tuck right there. Okay, so there's that. So I'm just going to glue this down, and this should not take a very long video because you know, it's all prepped. So I'll put all this together, and then we'll call it a day. We'll call it a day. All right, so let's put all of this together. I just wanted to bring you along. These are always, always, always a good staple for me for my journals. They just all kind of look a little different because it's never the same. I don't think. So there is that on there. Is it straight? It don't really matter that it's perfect. because it ain't. And that's dry. It ain't going nowhere. It's good enough. Okay, so I cut out this piece of lace, kind of in the shape, you know, it's a little bigger, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna put that on there. And so I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue around the edges, and like this, good enough. And call it done. All right, I love it. I need a paper towel. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get to it. I need a place to put my paper towels. I need easy access. I just need an easier access than I've got. So there's that. Just, you know, little thoughts in my craft room. Things at, let me tell you, I like easy access on everything. That's just how I roll. Okay, so I know I want this, I think about right there. I'm thinking kind of offset, not in the middle, because I've got these 3 flowers that are gonna go kind of like that, I guess, something like that. And then this beautiful butterfly, and I was thinking maybe this little one over here, but it kind of off balance, so I may not put that on there. I may just leave it like that because I think that's pretty. So let's glue everything down. I'm trying to get back in the swing of getting these videos out, but I need to be a little more let the thought process go a little more when I'm making my videos on what I'm making them, how, you know, what the content is. But right now this is just what I'm working on, so I can't just, and here's the thing, so when I do my videos, let's see, something like that. When I do my videos, lately, it's what I'm working on. And the reason for that is, I don't want to make just a hodgepodge thing, because when I make the ephemera, it's gonna, I guess it's different because, you know, it's not really, I guess, the junk journal style. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, because it's not that it's matchy, but it kind of is in a way, but not. Does that make sense? Everything, it's like I can't make ephemera just out of anything and everything and then put it in a journal and it not even match the paper that I chose for that journal. I just can't do it. So if I get a book page and I just grab scraps from other things, then it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So what do you do? What am I supposed to do about that? It just doesn't go with the theme and the flow of things the way I do it. You know what I mean? So these journals that I do, they, I guess, kind of fall under the junk journal, but not. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not sure that mine totally fall under that category, but I'm just holding these down a little bit. But you know, they're like a prayer journal, or it can be any kind of journal. It doesn't have to be prayers, but most of the stuff that I have is going to have scripture in there. I just, you know, it goes that direction. It doesn't mean that you have to write prayers down or anything in them. So that's, you know, entirely up to you. But that's just the way I do it. So, okay, look how pretty. So anyway, I don't know, y'all. I really don't. Okay, I had this, and it's done with this kind of paper. And so I put cardstock behind it so it would be a little more, you know, firm. So when I put it on here, I'm just going to glue the top and the bottom so that can be another belly band. So here's what you're going to have. You're going to have this belly band like that. You're going to have this pocket that I kind of glued shut. Let me fix that. Okay. You're going to have this pocket. You're going to have this pocket. And then I glued this down right here. So you're going to have this little tuck area. And then when I glue it here and here on the book page, you're going to have this area as well. So I love having a belly band there because it just offers another place to put a little something something. I like that. So today I shut my door while I'm recording because, like I said with the last video, my hubs is working from home right now, and so if he gets a phone call, business call, then you're going to hear everything. So I have to shut the door. And it kind of gets a little warm in here when I do that. Okay. There's that. Nice and crooked. But it's nice and crooked. But I'm just going to leave it. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so I'm going to put this down first, just something something. So there's the oopsie, I need to do a video of my room. But anyway, so the thing about my videos is usually when I'm like, okay, well, I need to make a video, I am making whatever is on my desk. And so I have to be more, let's see, how do I want to do that? I can't just make something and hope I can use it in a book. So I have to be mindful of that sort of thing, because I don't want to have a bunch of hodgepodge ephemera laying around that I can never use. I'm pretty intentional on each book on what goes in it, if that makes sense. So that's why I don't sit and make tons of ephemera, because I don't know if it's going to go into the book that I'm making, or any book that I make for that, you know. So that's sweet. That's why I don't ever do that. I made some of that, what do you call it? Where you get scrap paper and you make a roll of all kinds of just and you sew it. Is it where I can reach it? I don't even see it. And scrap, sew, scrap, put paper in, and when you're done, you have this long piece of paper that's got all these, scraps, and then you cut what you need to use for some ephemera or whatever. Well, I've never used it because all the scraps that I put on it are not always something that's going to go with the journal I'm making. So I kind of stopped doing that sort of thing because I have things that are not going to go with my journals. So I can't do that. So what I need to do, all right, so this is a piece of that paper that I put, cardstock behind it so it would be a little more firm, and then I glued down a piece of lace. So let me glue this down on the bottom, which y'all have seen me do a million jillion times. There we go. There we go. So I need to get down on the floor. I need to get down on the floor and pick up my washi tape, y'all. I do. All right, this is gonna go here. It's gonna be a belly band, so I'm just gonna glue down the sides. I don't want to get on the floor. It's so hard to get up, but I have to pick up my washi tape so I can use that washi tape. There. And I put this here as a pocket so whatever goes in there can stop right here and it doesn't just fall out of the book. Okay. I'm gonna put a little butterfly up here. Just a little, and then this butterfly. I chose the darker butterflies so it'll show up. That's sweet. That is sweet. And then this is gonna go right here. I love these things. I use them in everything. I know that I've discussed this with y'all before, like in the 80s and the decor in your house, how if you hung something in the middle, you would hang something that matched on each side, the same thing on each side. And now I don't do that anymore. I don't think, I kind of got away from that. But there still has to be a balance and a flow. That's how you would do a wall. Well, that's kind of like how I do my journals. It has to flow a little bit. Like this right here is going to flow with this because I have this background already done, right? So that's kind of, but the paper is paper. Look at that, see? The paper that the collection that I used is from My Porch Prints, and it's the butterflies and roses, or roses and butterflies, or something like that. I'm not sure. Do I want anything right there? I don't. What about the pink? That's kind of sweet. But do I have any more of those? That is the big question. That's dark pink. Let's see if I come up with any. Because I like the glitter on it because it makes it pretty. There's white. I don't know that I really want white. Let's see what I got. I saw something. Thought it was pink. No. But I really don't want, I mean, here's two of the just light pink without the shimmer. Here's a dark one. Did I already have that one out? I thought I already had that out. I had two of them. Yellow. Don't want yellow. I don't know if y'all can hear the fan. It's kind of loud. And my door's shut and it's in the other room. Okay. I'm not going to dig through all that. I'm not going to dig through all that because I don't think I'm going to put a flower on there because I'm not. I am not. If I would have thought, I could have offset it a little bit and just did a flower like that. You know what I mean? But it's centered and I think that would not work. So, I'm not going to do it. Okay. So that is done. Now, I love it. That's super sweet, right? Okay. All right, well, I got those done. 22 minutes. I want to show you what I got the other day. I got this bag. You see this? This is from Hobby Lobby. It was on sale. The bottom is kind of yellow. It's not got the foil on it, so I won't use that. But I want to cut some of this and use it. I love it, right? I do love it. So let's take this off. And I don't know that I can get that off. Oh, that was a little rough. Let's get this off. I think the paper is really pretty. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I think this would be really pretty somehow used, and I think the way I'm going to cut it is just straight down the edge so I can get, you know, get it all separated. I think this is real pretty, and I love it. thinking of doing something with that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that is so pretty. I would have to back it because it's pretty flimsy, so can't open my drawer. What is the deal? Okay. So what I think I might do is glue this right here and just stick it down. And then I'll have, you know, this size already cut up and ready to go. So do I want to use the how do I want to do this? I know y'all are telling me what to do. Y'all saw the coin bags, right? I know y'all are sitting there thinking, do da 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 da. I know. So I think we're gonna just glue it down. We're gonna glue. I'm gonna try to get as close to the edge as I can. And so that it doesn't come peeling apart. But basically I just want to get it down, and I can glue the edges when I get ready to cut it or whatever. I love this glue because once it's down, that's it. It's not coming up. I'm doing it a lot because I'm going to be cutting it to the size that I want, so I want it to be stuck down good everywhere, you know. I had thought about using a stick glue and then use some of this so it's, you know. So what I'm going to, well, if I don't make a big mess while I'm doing it, which I am, I'm going to put it close to the edge as possible. There's that. That works. And I have an idea of what I want to do. So let me cut this out. It's so pretty. So this kind of gives you an idea that paper bags, or if you see any kind of anything that you think, oh man, that would be such beautiful paper, well, you can use it. You can use it. Find something that makes you happy and use it. That is, you know, nothing is off the table. I have some material that's kind of like that, you know, it's got a little bit of that. And it's a little on the white side, which I don't ever use white in my journals. So I will ink it a little bit so it takes off some of that stark white, because I never use white in my journals. I try not to. So there's a reason for that, because I still like a little bit of the vintage feel of things, you know what I mean? So okay, so that is beautiful, right? Okay, so let me get my book and I'll give you a hint of what I'm thinking. So let's just say I have this blank page right here. Okay, so y'all have seen me put where I put a small pocket here, small pocket here, and it goes in this way and it goes in this way. And then I put a little something in the middle. That's what I'm thinking I want to do with this. So I'm going to cut probably, let me look on my, let me cut it. Y'all, this is a mess. Let me see. I'm going to cut probably about, what is that, 1.5 inches? I can cut about 1.5 inches straight across. That works. I love it. And then how long is this? So this is, I'm not good at the math. Let me look over here. So I'm gonna do it this way because that's just how I figure it in my head, y'all. That's just the way I have to do it. That's just the way I have to figure it, because, okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So about right there is where I'm gonna cut it. I'm terrible with that, okay? Let's see, nope. 1, 2, 3, right here. Let me cut it and see if that's gonna be right. Don't laugh. I know some of you do the same thing. Don't make fun of me. I did it. Okay, so what I'll do with this is I'll put one here and one here. And that's gonna be a pocket this way and this way, and then a little something right here. And when I get ready to add it, I will come on for y'all and show you what I'm talking about. So let me ink this up a little bit because I don't want stark white. I do, like I said, I like a vintage feel on things, and that's just the route I like to go. I used to ink up all my cards that I added to everything, but I had to kind of stop doing that because it just takes so long. Okay, and I'm gonna rub this on here, and this is a shiny paper. It's a smooth, real shiny paper, so I know that it will wipe off some. And see, look at that. But it'll still hold some of the ink that I put on there. That way it's not like stark white, but you can still see the gold, and it's just really, really pretty. So there is another thing for a page. I like that idea. So we're looking good, we're looking good. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is 8. I don't think I need another one, but I do want to cut this just in case I decide to do this. So the way I want to cut it is like this, at an angle. So it'll be a corner tuck either on the bottom of the book or at the top of the book. So I like that. I like having those ready just in case. And you know, this would make beautiful, look at that. Wouldn't that be a gorgeous, gorgeous tuck in the corner? Just right across, right there. And then one over here. That would be so pretty. Look at that. That is a great idea. That is a beautiful idea. And even if I made it smaller than this and just set it on top, and this would border, the gold would border it, that would be pretty too. But you know what? That would take a long time trying to figure out the cuts. So I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to mess this up. If I decide to go that direction, I don't know yet. But I just wanted to show you that paper bags and all the things is perfect for any journaling. If you see wrapping paper that you just really, really love, then cut it. And if it needs to be stronger because wrapping paper is so thin, just back it on some cardstock and you'll have something, you know, a really beautiful way of decorating your papers. So, and this goes along with the themes that I use in most of my journals, you know, in most of them. So, look at that. I love it. I love it. I don't want it to rub off on whoever gets it on their hands. Okay, that is so nice. Yes, I love it. I love gold. I love everything about gold. And y'all know that this is spray painted with gold spray paint on this paper. This was an old paper bag. I have the cardstock. Let me get a piece and I'll show it to you real quick and then we'll call it a day. This is from Hobby Lobby, and y'all, this is a really thick cardstock. This is it comes in a pack of what, 50 or 100 or something like that. I'm not sure, but I thought about using this and spray painting it, and then I would have a thicker piece where it's not the paper bag that's so thin. But I'm going to use up what I have. But I think that would be great. This is the craft cardstock at Hobby Lobby, and it's a big old pack, and it's usually I think 50 to 100. I'm not sure how many you get in it. Probably 100. I don't know, but I usually get it when it's on sale every other week, right? So I used to make cards, and I would use craft cardstock sometimes for the card base. It just depended on what I was making. But so there's that. But I wanted to share that with you. So I love this. I love this. And so get you some paper bags, wrapping paper, whatever, and you can back it with cardstock and have something really pretty to go with the theme of whatever you're making. So now that I have, because this is what I do, I have my book, and I will put, let's see, let's do it real quick. Let me show you what I'll do. So I have these little pieces of paper right here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am probably going to put this one right here. I will glue it here and here, and it will be a big tuck, a tall pocket, a belly band, and a little pocket right here. So that will go here. On the very, very back page, there's like 25 pages in here, okay? And that does not include all these little pages that I put in the music. It doesn't include that, okay? The very back page, I like to put this one. and I will glue it like right here and right here. That way you have this pocket, you have a belly band right here, you have this tuck, you have this pocket, and then you're going to have this big old place right here. And then what I do is I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I take one of these pieces of paper and I put it right there. Then I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one right here. And then we're gonna go, we have that on this page, so we're gonna count. Is that glued? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes right there. And then let's see, where are we at? Where are we standing? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna put one right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's see, and that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right in the middle. 5 is on the next half of the signature. So I think I always go up 1 or 2, and oops, and then I put that here. So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 2 more things to go in, because I have the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's enough. That's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to make 2 more things to go in here, and I can use one of these, and I can do something possibly with this. I don't know. So I need to come up with one other thing for a pocket or a tuck or a corner tuck or whatever. So that's how I know where I'm going to put everything. I go every 5th page. There's 25 pages, and I go every 5th page. So that's 8, 9, 10 things that I put in the book. So that's how I decide on where everything goes in this size book. I used to do like every 2 to 3 pages, I would put something. And honestly, I couldn't charge enough, and there was a whole lot more pages, and I just couldn't. I mean, my $200 and $300 books were, they sold, but it would be, I wanted to make it affordable where more people could get their hands on the book. And so that's why I also do the elastic, because it never ends for the person that gets it. They can add pages to it, they can take pages out, they can do whatever they want with this book. That way they're never going to run out of paper. That's the whole point of this, so that when the person that gets this, they'll never run out of paper, because they can always add. Now it may get really, really fat, but look how long I make that. so that they can have plenty rooms to tie it. Now on the front of this one, I am going to put this. I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to add this to it. Just like that, and so it'll be on the front and the back, just like that. And I did coffee stain this a little, and it shows up, but not. You know what I mean? So it's not stark white, because I didn't want anything really stark white. Or I could use this on the front. This really looks good on the front when I put the metal corners on. And so it kind of gives you a real cohesive look. And I don't put it on the back, just the front. Sometimes I put this on the back and the front, just depending. But there's that, and that's the back. And so I could put this on the back as well. But I'll make this decision towards the end when I've already added everything to the book. And then once I add all the stuff to the book, then I go and I get my all my scripture cards, and I take one of everything that I've made, and I lay it over here. Then I start adding all of the stuff for my for the filler, and then I have another container that has little pieces of paper and all of that ready to go, and I add those to it. So I have a little system that goes, so that's how I work. That's how I process on where everything's going to go in the book. And I try to make all the ephemera, or I mean the pockets and the embellishments and stuff like that prior to the book, because that way when I get ready, I mean, I make this stuff after I've put the book together. I start putting this stuff together and then add it, and it just all comes together. So I hope that makes sense. But that's how I process in my mind on what I need to do and how much I need to make, and for it to all be cohesive. That's why I like to make my things as I'm making the book. I hope I made sense. Ramble, ramble, ramble. It's the caffeine. All right, listen, y'all, I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Be blessed. Be sure and give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, because all of those things matter. Go to my Amazon links down below. Click on it if you choose to get it. Great. If you don't, and you buy something else that you decided rather than whatever that was, I'm still going to get a little percentage of whatever you buy within 24 hours of clicking on those links. So thank you. That really helps me. It does not add any extra cost to you. Go to the Facebook page. It's been really silent and very inactive. And part of that's my fault, because I have not been I don't get on Facebook very much at all, or Instagram or TikTok, all of those things I don't. But if there's a little more activity going on the Craft with Connie page, or Connie's Crafters, whatever it is called, then maybe we can start doing some more interaction there. Also, once I hit a certain point, I'm not sure why I don't have it yet. There's a community tab on the YouTube that we can leave comments there and different things there as well. So when I figure all of that out, we can have that as an outlet as well. But I would love to see what you're working on. I would love to know if any of this made sense. Just say, you know, gotcha or whatever, understood, I don't care, just leave me a comment so I know that I made some kind of sense. So with all of that being said, listen, y'all have a wonderful day. I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. God bless, and we'll talk real soon. Bye-bye.